Welcome back to the Espresso Chateau. You might notice a little something different. We got mini microphones.
She's been obsessed.
Yeah, they're so cute. They're so tiny.
They pick up everything.
And I just want to talk into this in my day-to-day life. I just want to walk around with a mini microphone.
Which theoretically you could.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be very interesting. But they're so tiny, I feel like a rock star, but also this was very needed.
I think so, yeah.
I was way too involved with playing with something that the microphone just helps out.
She has something to hold now.
Yeah, now I can. I don't know if you saw this in the one video where I was yawning every single 5 seconds, but I couldn't stop clicking my nails together. It's gonna be nice on the microphone, but now this hopefully will prevent me because now I have to hold a mini microphone.
Absolutely. And I'm just trying not to peak the mic, I guess would be the only thing. I've been playing with the gain, but we should be good. We should be good. That being said, do you want to dive right into it?
Yeah, we can dive right into it.
So people have been requesting to me, when I'm online, streaming and stuff, they've been talking about a book podcast. So I don't have any input on that, but I was gonna say, I don't know if you wanted to take a whole episode to yourself just talking about books, or what's the deal if you wanted to do, are you gonna open a second podcast?
I might just fully on books. I was really debating on doing a book talk TikTok of all the books because
That's really big.
last weekend I read 4 books.
That's messed up.
Yeah, they were just so good. They were part of a series.
What series?
It's called Dirty Air.
Okay.
It's by Lauren Asher. The first book is smaller.
You just sped read?
No, I was sick, so I had nothing else to do, and I had 10 hours of the day to do nothing but read. So the first book, the first book is slower and it kind of just gets you into it. But then the second book, it really ramps up and it's such a good book. And then the third book, the second book I've seen, it's called I don't know what it's called. The third book's called Collided.
So you're thinking of,
let's see here,
doing a book talk then? Well,
I totally could.
That'll answer a lot of questions for those of you who've been asking about, a book podcast and stuff. I guess we can intertwine it and we'll figure it out.
Wrecked. The second book is called Wrecked.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted. Sorry. It was so good. I read it and it was a 5-star. And then I read the third book, which is called Collided. And then I was like, ooh, whoa.
Did you go buy these books or do you have a...
I bought them. I don't
Physical copies are best.
Yeah, I can't 100%. Read on a Kindle.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it was free and sent to me. But I like physically having the paper in my hands. And then the fourth book is called Redeemed. It's a good book, but it's definitely not as good as the second and the third book. I have the whole series, read it. And then there's another series, and it's called Twisted. So the first one's Twisted Love, the second one's Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies, or something like that. First book, once again, it was it just really lets you know the characters. And then the second book, I was like, oh my god, this is such a good book.
So you're invested.
Well, I'm done it. So obviously it was that good. I read all these books in 4 days. So they would have had to keep my attention. I'm also not the biggest fan of non-romance books currently. I want to read all the romance before I dabble into something else.
I like that. Yeah, there is one that I'm a big fan of because it's fantasy. It's very heavy fantasy romance. It's amazing, and it's honestly really big. And to be fair, I liked it before it was a trend. But
A Court
of Thorns and Roses. That whole series is absolutely amazing, and I would recommend that to anyone. But we will discuss books, I guess, on Cell's Book Talk.
Yes, but I will give you a
little book club going on.
Yeah, but I will give you a little. I have an entire note in my phone.
Yeah, well, did you put it on there?
No, not yet, because it's not done.
Right now. Right now, you've got time. You've got one hand. Go ahead. A quart of... Put it down there.
Oh, what's it called? Like the
A
whole
court,
series. Is it just
uh,
called Quartz?
pretty much, yeah, because they're all different courts, because it deals with all of the different courts of the realm.
And who is it?
I believe it's Sarah J. Mass. I believe.
So when did it stop? Oh, when you were probably looking up who it
Oh, just when I
was.
looked up her name,
Yeah.
yeah, but Sarah J. Maas.
Um, so it doesn't look like a lot, but these are all series. Like these are all series of either 3 or 4 books.
So you like small series.
So it would technically be like 30, 40 bucks. But I want to get them all. The most one, have you heard of The Seven Husbands of blah blah blah? Like it's a girl's
No.
name, The Seven Husbands. Apparently it's a very good book. I've seen it all over the place. I just Is it done already?
She's watching.
Sorry, I'm watching the race while we're filming, but I guess it's done. Unless something happened, but
All right. Well, you know what? We'll have a book talk coming to you. We'll
yeah, I'll
figure it
make one.
out.
All my
And
books are at my other house
I can
anyway.
also I'll make a book channel in the Discord right by the podcast one so you guys can chit chat there.
Yeah, and if you have any very good books that you think I should read,
I guess I
let me
can't
know.
open my phone without potentially messing up the
Audio?
microphone. But um that's that, and that's good. As of right now, I know you guys have been asking about having our other sister on for a while.
And she
She
says yes, and then she says no.
she keeps bailing, Ainsley.
At Ainsley. Like, just at
At
her. Like,
Ainsley.
she probably doesn't even listen to these, so it doesn't matter,
um
but
so like I was literally I've been preaching and like like, oh yeah, okay, this is the weekend, but it is not the weekend, so you know what, I'm just gonna stop saying it, and whenever it happens, it'll happen, and I'm sorry that it wasn't this weekend.
it is hard because I'm not home every single weekend.
Yeah,
So, like,
but to be fair, you're not that far away, you're an hour
but I
away.
also give a big heads up. Hey, I'm going to be home for
Yeah,
4 days this weekend. Like, I
true,
came home Thursday.
true.
So, like,
Do you realize that like we could probably have a like with like the things that we know about our like family things or just like little tea drama like this, it's like spend hours talking about it.
yeah, but then you'd upset a lot of people.
What do you mean? We haven't even said anything bad.
No, I know, but if we went into
Oh, I
it.
wouldn't go into it. You would?
No,
No.
but that's why. Oh, I was on my notes for a reason. It wasn't book. I had other things to say because,
Shocker.
yeah, it always is. And the first thing I need to say is Nate the Hoof Guy.
Who is that?
He's on TikTok and he like fixes people's
Lives?
cows'
Oh.
hooves.
Oh, okay. So I only get on Hoof Talk at like 3 a.m. in the
Yeah,
morning.
or criminal. Like I was watching like a whole documentary
Crime
last
Doc.
night, but I had to give a great shout out to Nate the Hoof Guy because he always comes through and gives the best videos. If you have a weak stomach, I definitely wouldn't watch these, but it's
I
just
didn't know
so
you had to do
satisfying.
that. I didn't know you had to do that
Well, you have to
to a
take care of
hoof.
your feet. Why wouldn't you have to take care of animals?
Well, because I thought like a hoof was
Solid?
like a yeah,
Hmm,
like a shell.
true. But if you were walking around in poo all day, there's something
I mean,
bound to
like,
give up there, okay?
please enjoy your coffee. And here we are talking.
Okay, another last thing I have on here is there is a place I saw in Niagara and they do coffee flights. So you go and you have to like tell them that you're coming and they give you like 4 different kinds of coffees, like extravagant coffees.
So we're gonna go
Yeah, like
this
a
summer.
coffee flight, that sounds awesome. Like on a patio. It can be iced, it can be hot. One could be like s'mores and they'll put like a s'more on top. So it's like very Sunday-like in that sense. Like,
That sounds fun.
yeah, I know. I saw it on or on Instagram, and I was like, I need to follow you.
I saw it on TikTok.
No,
Yeah.
at this point, yes. Most of the things I see now.
Travel talk is my favorite. And it's like, I want to be you.
Do you see the ones where it's like, oh, $600 to go to Greece?
Yeah. And I'm
It's
like,
like,
on what planet though?
yeah,
Like $600 when you're in
from where?
Greece, but you're probably spending like 1,200 on that flight. Like,
Or
come on
like,
now.
and then you swipe it, or it's like a travel agency, and then it's like, or $800 to Turkey, and it's like,
I don't know about that one. You know what? It's actually funny you say that because I just came across this TikTok about traveling and it was my favorite thing ever. The the person the person's like, "Get in, guess where we're going?" And it's like really cute and then it says to swipe. Um it's like, "I got you, girl, whatever. Guess where we're going?" And it's like a really cute like you think you're going to like see a travel talk, you swipe and then it's just a bunch of like LA or Toronto traffic. And it's like, "JK, we're going to work."
or I like the ones where it's like, places you didn't know existed in Saskatchewan, and then
Yeah,
it'll
like
show
really
you a
kind of
picture from like Spain.
yeah.
It's like places you didn't know existed
Yeah, I've
here.
seen a lot of those. I think those are so funny.
Tippy
What's that
tappies.
lady doing? The tippy
Yeah.
tappies. That's our old lady.
There is no school traffic, so there should be no vocalization from you over there, Luna. Thank you very much. It's completely dead
Luna.
outside.
Luna. I don't even know what she's doing. Maybe I should check on her.
No, she just wanted to go for a little walk. Check out the area. Make sure the door's locked.
Definitely. That's exactly what she did.
Yeah. Okay, well,
So, what are we going to talk about? Because we did have plans for the sibling talk, but we can't do that right now.
and that was really just going to be 50 minutes of Ainsley trying to explain her tattoos. Because that's like it'll take her 50 minutes, you a half hour, and then me 5.
Mine are pretty straightforward. I could do mine in less.
Yeah, but her whole body's covered.
Yeah.
So like yours
Yeah.
could still be 30 minutes because you do have a lot.
Yes.
So that'll be a long one.
I actually want to save up to get the dark mark taken away, and I want to replace it with like swords.
Why?
Just ready for that.
But like,
But it's also so deep and so thick that I'm like, bro,
yeah.
they're gonna have to go in so deep.
Wait, did you know that tattoo removals work from the bottom up? Just a fun fact.
So they go deeper 1st and
Mhm.
then
Surprisingly, it gets more painful the more times you do it. The closer to the
I've
surface
been
that
told.
it is. Because I'm in the middle, or I guess like I haven't gotten it done in like a year, but I did remove most of the tattoo that was on my back.
Are you gonna go back for that?
I don't even know if you can still see it anymore because even it fades over time too, right? So like
Do they? Because
well, like mine was very light. Those are very dark.
okay, well, no, like the video game ones I want to keep.
Yeah.
Because those ones I love, but it's just this one I want to get rid of. And it's just that one. Like I'll keep my other like Harry Potter things because obviously in a time of my life like I enjoyed it, but I just want to replace that one. I want to go more floral, like
Even though
florally.
like the what are they called?
Death Eaters?
Death Eaters were such like a big part of you at one point.
Just because I like Professor Snape.
Yeah. And like the Malfoys are pretty like cool. Like they always dress in all black suits and have super white blonde hair. Like I think that's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool to
I think
have
it is pretty
slicked
cool.
back white hair.
Yeah, honestly, you can't tell me that Draco didn't look his best in the Half-Blood Prince when he was starting to like become a member, and he would just wear black suits all the time, and then his hair was slicked back.
Very edgy.
Yeah,
Very edgy.
bad boy.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I should read those books.
You've never read them?
No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you should.
I looked at like how big the first book was, and I was like, back in like grade 6.
The first book isn't even big.
Oh, which one's the big one? The
Order
third
of the
one?
Phoenix
The third
is
one.
like no.
The fourth one. The second one?
The fifth
The
one.
fourth. Oh no. Oh, okay. I was missing Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, that's
I always
the third
forget
one.
that one.
And then the fourth one is the game one.
Oh,
I can never remember it because apparently
Goblet
people
of Fire.
Goblet of Fire because people say it's like the worst one, yet it has the most memes, and I think
But
it's
I
so
love
funny.
it because it's so magic forward.
It's where Robert Pattinson started.
It is very like game show esque. I get it.
That's the point.
Yeah, but it's like it's one of my favorite ones, just because they're constantly doing stuff.
Dargans, mermaids,
Love
evil
affairs.
lizards, and then lizard.
Lizard.
I meant,
I said love affairs at the same time.
I meant
Like
to
you
say
said, yeah.
wizards. It's the whole package.
Yeah. There's lizards in it too, giant ones with wings. Somebody called dragons.
I'm kind of still right.
Yeah, basically.
Damn, yeah, you should read those. I can't believe you haven't.
I know. And I keep rewatching the movies.
Because
And the
they're
books are always
good.
better,
They're good.
but we'll see. Apparently they're coming out with another one.
They're coming out with a lot too. There's an animated Twilight series apparently coming out. They just came out with that other Hunger Games one. So it's like,
Yeah, did you see that one?
no.
I didn't either.
Apparently it's good though. But there's just so much that, like, I don't know.
We'll see. I have a lot of movies to catch up on since I've been reading so much, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Obviously.
yeah. What's in your cup?
Right now, water.
Oh,
Because right before this, I had an espresso shot with cinnamon.
like together, or you just
I
took
put cinnamon
a
in
shot of espresso and then washed it down with a spoonful of cinnamon and
No,
did
no,
the
no.
challenge?
That's like illegal now.
The cinnamon challenge?
Because it like murdered people.
Yeah, but like if you're doing it
Actually,
in
did
your
you see
own
that
home,
new?
who's gonna know?
There's so many bad trends that happen. Like, what the fuck is up with that? First, we have the cinnamon thing, and then there's the Tide Pod thing, and now there's like this
The salt?
aerosol can
Okay,
thing.
but also the salt and the ice. Do you
Yeah,
remember that?
the burning
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, like what are these trends?
I don't know. I would do
Like, don't do any of them ever. But like, I don't
or the
understand where they
drinking
come
bleach
from.
one.
That's a thing.
I think somebody
I
like
thought that was the
was
Tide
doing.
Pod thing.
Oh, maybe. And somebody was just like, "Oh, instead of eating, you might as well just like drink it."
Honestly, I just don't understand humans. But
I don't either. But you know what is nice for Tide Pods other than washing? I was just watching a video of like a car rolling over a bunch of them, and it was so satisfying.
oh, I love it when they roll over like packets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's a biker one where the guy bikes over like ketchup packets and stuff.
Or yeah, the car was running over freezies, and they were all lined up, and it was just like
See, but that's just a waste. You don't waste freezies like.
it was a waste, but it was so satisfying to listen to.
Whenever I think of like packets, like now all I'm craving is Taco Bell, the super hot sauce.
I've had Taco Bell once in my life.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
You've definitely had it more than once. I can
It's
guarantee
not
you.
a lie.
It's a lie.
It's not a lie. Every time you guys got it, I got something else.
That's not true.
It is very true.
Oh my gosh.
I can tell you exactly when I had Taco
gonna
Bell.
have
It was
to-
on my way to Detroit, and we stopped on our way to Taco Bell. It was the only time I've ever had Taco Bell.
I'm gonna have to call a friend on that one because I think
Call as many as you want because it's not true.
I don't know. I just feel like other family members would say something different, but whatever.
But there was one time where we went to Taco Bell specifically for you in Frankenmuth, like Birch Run, and the rest of us ate at I think KFC.
Because the KFC thing. Do you remember what younger Tara? Oh man, she was on like another level.
Well, all I'm saying is, if we went to a different place to get you Taco Bell, then when we went to Taco Bell, we went to a different place. For
Probably
me.
KFC
or Burger King, it was right there.
True.
So many people have been hating on Burger. Oh my god,
Burb.
Burger King.
Burb.
I don't know why.
Burber Bing.
Burger King is so good.
I like it, and they have the Impossible Whopper. So like,
I've never had a Whopper, but their chicken sandwich.
the Whopper's actually so good. Although the only thing that's wrong with Burger King is their fries. They cannot get those right.
Mm-mm.
Like, I don't know how you mess
It's like
something up so badly. It's
they pump
just
it
potato.
full of air, kind of.
Yeah, but not even. It's like it's thick. It's thick air. Like they're dull. They're dim. They're dry.
They're hollow.
They're not
though.
great, but they're not squishy like McDonald's fries. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Actually, someone said like what? Because I was trying to describe. I was like, McDonald's fries are so good because they got that like squish to them.
Mm.
And they were like, "What do you mean a squishy fry?" I'm like, "No, like like that
Chewy.
squish, like
Yeah,
oh
like you're
god, it's
either
so
a
good."
chewy fry person or you're a crispy fry person.
I'm both, but
No,
like
chewy,
it's so
100%.
good.
I will leave my crispy fries for anyone else that wants
But
them.
Burger King doesn't fall in either of those
No,
categories.
it's
Like
just, it's literally like they took a potato and just like torched the outside to get it a little crispy, but the rest of it's like all the same and then pumped it full of air.
fair.
It's no Wendy's fries either.
It's I haven't had Wendy's fries in oh my god, what?
Well, we're gonna have to go after this then.
10 years.
Like, oh, so the one day when we were in HomeSense and Tara said, "Do you want to go to Wendy's?"
I didn't say Wendy's. I said
I
Winners.
know, but we should have just went to Wendy's, even though there's nothing there for you to eat but the fries.
I feel like we're in a world now where every every fast food place should just carry a veggie burger, with the exception of McDonald's, because I understand that that cost would be wild because of how many people go to McDonald's. The supply and demand would be really messed up. Like I don't think it'd be able to like keep up type thing, you know?
Especially with like how they cook the burgers.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could get a fish fillet from McDonald's now, but I'm never gonna.
People that like that,
It's sus, right? Isn't it like a
jail.
square breaded fish? It's
Yeah,
not
and
even
I don't
fish.
even think it's real fish.
Nothing's real
I
fish.
think it's just like flavored
Potato.
crap.
Yeah. The nuggets aren't real.
Yeah. But even if though, like, okay, they might cook the Beyond Meat burger on the same griddle as like the other ones. They might tell you they don't. But then again, like, how much do you personally care? Like, we go to Albert's, which is a fry place down here where we live under the bridge, and they cook their potato in lard,
Mm-hmm.
like literal
Mm-hmm.
lard. But you don't seem to mind it. And they'd use the
There's
same
some
deep fryer as
there's
the chicken fingers.
listen.
Always
There's
fries
some
is the
things.
sacrifice.
There's some things
Yeah.
you just can't cut out of your
Yeah.
life. And Albert's fries are definitely one of them.
Yeah. It's like me like saying like I don't really want to eat cheese because it makes my stomach upset, but if you ask if I want pizza, I'm gonna get
Or
cheese on it.
poutine.
Yeah, but just fries and gravy do it for me too.
Mm.
Not like all the time, but like we went to Quebec and we
Yeah.
got a poutine. Like I'm not gonna say no to the cheese curds.
Right? Because they're just too good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have a friend like that too. She's she just cannot do cheese, but like she's a sucker for a pizza.
Yeah.
Like
Or
that's
like
what gets you.
I don't really like dairy in general because it upsets my stomach. Put dessert in front of me. I don't care.
That's
I will
true.
eat
Actually,
that dessert.
speaking, she had ice cream the other day.
It was lactose free.
Okay. Oh well, it's lactose.
But then chocolate, like chocolate's made with dairy. Like I don't really make sense.
Apparently, dark spicy chocolate's good. I want to try it.
They had I don't know if they have it anymore, but they had a ghost pepper brownie at Mucho Burrito
Hmm.
when I worked there back in 2015.
Okay.
It was so good.
For like a whole 3 months.
Like 6, maybe. There was a lot of like behind the scenes training when they first opened, when it
Yeah.
wasn't open to the public that I was there for. So it wasn't like I didn't work with people. I didn't like the smell afterwards. I hated coming home and smelling and feeling like I was in a burrito all day.
Okay, you know what? That's valid.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I eat there the least because like
Oh, I haven't been there in forever. There's so many other better
Fat
burrito
Bastard,
places.
easy.
Qdoba, top of the list, number 1.
I don't think I've ever eaten there.
Oh my gosh. The next time you're in London, we're going to keep guac is free. No
Fat Bastard has
extra
free guac,
charge. Yeah, but like
but it's different. No,
it
for
is
sure.
different.
No, free
Qdoba
guac is
the
actually
best.
so important because like you go places and it's like $1 for it, and it's like why?
Chipotle in Canada, it's $3.
Chipotle is my life.
Yeah, and like
You know?
I never understood the hype of it, probably because it is very different in Canada than it is in the States.
It's okay. So
It's trash here.
I had an experience in the States with Chipotle. I was in New York, and I went for the first time to get Chipotle, and I never went back because they ran out of lettuce. I was like, "How the hell do you run?"
It's like the main ingredient, like the
I was
first
like,
ingredient
huh.
you ask after your meat. Like, okay, what rice? What meat? Do you want lettuce?
Yeah. So I was. It was a pretty.
It is
It was a
make
pretty.
or break.
It was a pretty low moment.
I think lettuce can make or break.
100%. And I also understand that we went through that. Like, I think it was the same time it was that rut with lettuce, like when
Oh
a
yeah,
bunch
the
of it
lettuce
got
famine.
recalled. Legit though, there was the lettuce famine. And
Mhm.
then, yeah, so I went to this Chipotle and I was like, damn. So I had my, I don't know, I get, because I was still vegetarian at the time. So I guess I just had like my beans and cheese and then it left.
Rice? Did you not get rice?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
rice. But
at least it's like it wasn't just
I'm still
beans
hung
and
up on the
cheese.
lettuce, okay? I'm still hung up on the
That's true.
lettuce.
But
Hmm.
I think Chipotle. We'll just leave it at that. Just I
I
think
think Chipotle.
Chipotle. Period.
Yeah.
I won't say anything because I know it'll upset a lot of people, but I've only had the Canadian experience, so I think it's at the bottom of the list because it is
Mm-hmm.
different here. I will say
$3
that.
guac is a big selling point.
It is.
Like,
It is. Like we have a Excel sheet
no,
at
you
home
don't.
where we
What?
ranked all the burritos and all the places in London, and it's
That's
at the
such
bottom of the
that's
list.
such a Ewan Cavan thing to do, though. Like, there's
He
no.
made it. I will
Of
give
course
him
he did.
credit
Of
for that.
course he did, though. Like, nobody.
Yeah, or like for me, a big thing is beans. There's places that only do like mushed beans, like
Refried?
but not specifically refried. Like it might be black, but they're already like mushed up for you, and I don't like that. Like I want a whole bean in my burrito.
Mm.
So like, please don't already mush it for me. I will mush it myself with my teeth in my mouth.
I like it. Like Fat Bastard does this. When you get crispies on it or crunchies, they'll like squish a Tostito chip and stuff
Mm.
just like on top to add some crunch. And I'm like, I
Hmm.
love that.
I like it chewy, like mushy.
That's
So I
fair.
don't like a little, especially if you get one of those chip pieces right up the side of your gum.
I mean, chew your food. I don't know what
Oh,
to tell you.
yeah, but while you're chewing, if it's just
Yo,
like, oh,
okay. Speaking of getting things in teeth, I went to the dentist once because there was a popcorn kernel stuck in my mouth, and it was in the most pain I've ever been in. It wasn't even a full kernel; it was like the skin of a kernel, and it was
mm-hmm.
stuck in the back tooth in the gum, and it would not budge. And I was like, they're gonna have to, I don't know, do surgery. They're
We
gonna
used to
have
see
to
that a
rip it
lot.
out. I had to go for them to get it because I couldn't, and I was in so much pain.
Yeah, we used to get a lot of people that was the issue. You're
And
like,
it's
oh,
like,
my tooth is killing me. Like I think it's like chipped or something. It ended up
no,
just
if
being
things
a
get in there,
popcorn
like
kernel.
it's rough. Like you've gotta popcorn's out to get you, man.
It is,
Like
and
you
I
gotta
just had a whole
watch.
bag
You gotta
last
watch
night,
that.
but it's worth like the stress and
True.
the anxiety of maybe getting a kernel skin
I respect it.
into your gums.
Yes.
It is worth it. I very much so agree. I find that we always relate things back to snacks and food
Yes.
because I feel like there's nothing you can do without having a snack or food.
Yeah. Bored? Snack. Tired? Snack.
Food.
Like
Yeah, like watching shows, reading a book. I like to have popcorn around.
this one's for all the ladies out there, but like the week before your time, bottomless pit.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
will eat
And during.
everything.
It's a good excuse.
It's a good excuse, and then
Yeah.
you're like, I'll work out
Yeah.
when I'm better.
It's like, wow, you're eating a lot. Yeah, well, I'm getting my period next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're eating a lot. Yeah, I had my period. Wow, you're eating a lot. Yeah, I had my period last week. Leave me alone. Wow, you're
Before,
eating a
during,
lot.
and after.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks until my period, and it's 2 weeks after my period.
Exactly.
So hop off me. I just
hop off.
yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I get
If
that.
somebody's saying why you eat a lot every single week, mind your own.
That's when people are like, "Dang, you can eat." I'm like, "What's the problem?" Like,
Yeah, or like
what's your point?
I know people that not now, but even in TV shows, like you always see the girl order a salad at dinner.
I
And
could
Kevin's
never.
like, if you ever do that, I'm leaving the restaurant. You can pay for yourself, and I will go eat somewhere else because I'm not eating with somebody who just orders a salad.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, we're going out for dinner. Why the heck would I just order a salad? I can make a salad at home. I can make a salad on the side of this road. Just pick up some grass, and there's your salad.
Yeah.
Like, give me a little vinegar.
You see a little dandelion, a dandelion leaf.
Yeah, basically, it's what they
Salad.
are.
Well, I don't mind going when I go out. Like, I'll get a salad, but with other food. I'm not just getting a salad.
Side
because-
salads don't count.
yeah,
It's free.
not always.
No, not like free like that. I meant like free like
It's free real estate.
it's like getting a water
It's-
with your drink.
It's free real
water with your drink. It's like getting water with your meal. Sorry.
No, that's fair. I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I just like, I don't know. Salad also just isn't filling. And I get the whole you're nervous on the first date BS. I get that. But like,
I haven't been on a first date in 7 years. So
sometimes you just want to, eat, you know? Honestly, eat whatever you want on a first date. I'm a firm believer. Do you?
And if we're going somewhere,
let them know the real you right off the bat, man. Honestly, just
I want to try something different. Like if you're taking me to a place that I've never been before, I'm gonna get like what the most popular. Like I want to try things.
That's true.
Like if we went to like a salad hut, sure, I'd get a salad.
So not Pizza Hut, it's Salad Hut. Do you remember Pizza Hut? It used to be a sit-down restaurant, and they had a salad bar.
They had the Pizza Hut buffet.
Yeah,
the Pizza Hut buffet for $10.
Salad bar, and they messed up by going like, you good?
Yeah, I didn't want to like snort into the microphone.
That's some kind of ASMR right there.
Yeah,
just a deep breath.
Yeah. No, but the buffet where they would have like so many different pizzas, and they had like the cookie pizza.
Yep.
Or like the cinnamon one that they used to have, and it would all just be there at $10. Like you couldn't beat it. I like Pizza Hut for crappy pizza.
Me too. And Boston Pizza has crappy pizza, but it's good when you want it.
Domino's.
Cheap.
I have so many free Domino pizzas.
You should probably get some.
Mm-hmm. I thought we were gonna like order a lot of pizza while we were living like together. We don't get pizza that often.
But you have free ones. Why not even take advantage of that?
We just make food at home.
Yeah, but it's still free. It's free though.
I know it is, but like we just never think about it. I know. It's tragic. I would eat pizza a lot more if it wasn't like so fat.
What do you mean by that?
Like if I could eat pizza every single day of my life.
Because of your cheese thing.
Yeah. And then it's just like bloating because of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like one of those girls, but
you know, actually speaking of that, I was just thinking right now in this very moment that like, okay, so our past podcasts have been about like, okay, we have a little bit of travel, food, movies, whatever. And then I listen to some podcasts and I'm like, damn, like they're really out here like telling like past stories, like damn, like they've been through a lot living life. And then like we're here saying like pizza.
Yeah. But also like I haven't been through many things that have been traumatic to me. Like I could tell you a story.
Not traumatic. They don't have to be bad necessarily.
Okay, let me tell you a story. Don't have any. Like my story is not like, living life to the fullest. Like all these other people that do have podcasts and are telling these wild stories. Yeah, but like I've never been put in that situation. Like I wish I had more stories to tell. Like
I don't have many stories to tell. I get it. No, it was not a bad thing. I was
no,
just
it's
like,
not a bad thing, but I'm
to me
trying to really dig back in the realm of my head and shuffle through all these documents and try and pull something out of here. Like, has anything happened to me? No. Like, I'm trying to think of places that, like, I would have been, like, usually...
Like, even if you've seen anything, but it's, like, to the extent of wild, like, here's mine. When I was in Vegas, there was a guy pushing a capybara around in a baby stroller. And we were allowed to go pet it. And it's, like, that was a good experience.
Like, when I was in Vegas, there was a guy that's held a sign that said, need money for hookers and blow. So that's really, like, the craziest thing I've seen. That's like
considering I've been to New York, like it's actually crazy that like yeah, that's what I've seen.
Oh, what about we didn't tell this in the France thing, the metro system. We hopped on and Kevin missed it. He didn't make it onto the metro in time, and I was freaking out. I was like, he better turn his data on for this because I just turned my data on.
But like, he's good.
Whatever. He is fine, and I told him multiple times. I was like, we're getting off at this stop. We're getting off at this stop. Where are we going? We're getting off at this stop.
Yeah, she was the navigator.
Yeah, and then he was like, okay, and then we all got on. It was so packed.
Yeah, the metro there, no matter the time, always busy.
Not really.
It was. The times like we used it.
No, there was 2 times we used it that it was like we had to stand. Everything else we like maybe had to stand, but we could sit.
There was all I'm saying is that like it was a lot of people. Like you'd never find an empty cart.
No.
Like it is busy for what it is.
But it did stress me out a little bit that he did not make it onto the metro, and I was just like watching him. slowly leave. And I was like, oh my god, this is
He just
awful.
smiled too.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
like,
smiling.
oh, good thing they're like fast and they come every so often. Like
I
it,
think it's every 5 minutes or something,
yeah,
isn't it?
13 maybe in between or 7, whatever, random number. So he wasn't too far behind, but it was just like, oh my god.
I totally forgot about that,
And
honestly.
he even says he's like, I'm thankful it was me instead of like one of the girls that got left behind. But I was like, oh my god, like it stressed me out.
He says that?
He did, yeah. He was like, I'd rather it have been me than any one of you guys. And I was like, that makes sense. Like, at least we were together.
True.
Because if I was there by myself, I
I'd
would
just cry and
yeah.
sit there.
I'd be like, please come back for me.
I'd be like, I remember she said she was going somewhere, but I don't know where.
Yeah. Even though I made sure to tell everybody, like, listen, we have to get off at this stop.
I still didn't know. I don't think I ever knew.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I was like, you know what's funny? This is actually kind of
Like-
ironic. I go to like the beat of my own drum, a lot of people say. And even last night in a video game where it's like a 5v5 FPS game, the friend that we were playing with, he straight up said, he's just like, I like spectating you when I'm dead. He's like, because you're a wanderer. You just do whatever you want. You don't even play the game. I'm like,
Yeah. And like, but like, even when we went to Monaco and we were walking from Nice to the train station, like,
yeah.
you were like, just, where are we going? How did, like, do you know where we're going?
I knew
This
we
is
had to go
nice.
uphill.
That's a nice building. Oh, yeah, it's cool. Like,
Yeah, well, they're nice for a reason to be
Yeah.
looked at.
we bought the tickets, and Tara was like, yeah, how do I buy one of these?
so,
Like, I was just on the machine.
Someone's got to appreciate life for what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm that
But like,
person.
I just bought 2 tickets. You could have said, hey, Selena, buy mine too because they're $4. Sorry, $6, €4. Wow. And you could have just been like, add one more instead of waiting till I went through the entire process, put my passport thing in, and you were like, wait, what am I doing? How do I get a ticket?
Well,
That was the most confusing train station ever.
I'm just trying to live
We
my
went
life.
like up, down, underneath, around. We didn't even know if we got on the right train.
True. Do you remember the one to Disneyland?
Oh, that was stressful.
That one was like underground, above ground, through the trees, over the hill.
Honestly, I don't remember paying much attention. I think I fell asleep both ways.
All I remember is that was fun though.
Once we found the metro, and I hope Kevin doesn't listen to these, so I can say this and he'll never find it. He really wanted to buy a Metro Pass, and I was like, no, we'll be fine. We'll be walking.
You should have bought a Metro Pass.
We should have got a Metro Pass.
100%.
And I should have like believed in him like the very first moment and just took the Metros because the Ubers and whatever other app they got there, terrible.
What is the app that we used there?
I cannot remember. It was green. I remember that. Maybe I still have it. Actually, I think I deleted it while we were there.
Yeah, I remember going in all the Ubers. It was like wild.
I remember it was green, and that's it. No, I don't have it.
That was a good trip. I do want to go back.
Yeah. If you're ever in France, get a Metro Pass.
100%. It's funny too because I told you the same thing. Someone had told me like get a Metro Pass.
And it's just so well laid out. Do you want to know how they got their Metro Pass? This is going to be a little history lesson.
Metro Pass or the Metro?
Sorry, their Metros.
Yeah.
So it has to do with the French Revolution
Mm-hmm.
and what's that place called? The Dominican Republic.
How could you forget?
Yeah. France made them pay, like made Dominican Republic pay France 600 billion, and then they built the metro system with that money.
Really?
I believe, like, I'm 90% sure. I may have like gotten a few things wrong because that class was like a little snoozing. It was a while ago, okay? It was a couple months ago. But yeah, so that's how they got it. But they built it very well. Like, whoever drew up the blueprints for it, it's very easy to get around.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're just like constantly, like, I'm pretty sure that's why the Dominican Republic is just like constantly not in debt, but they're
good. They get by. They live.
Yeah.
They live life. Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's so many things. Okay, speaking of traveling and stuff, and like we didn't talk about moving, but we're going to now. It was a really good point brought up the other day because France made me think of this. Is Do you not think the world could be like legit a better place if we made it more accessible for people to move to different countries?
I think you're opening up a lot of issues with it as well.
Yeah, but like just imagine like
Oh,
if
you can move to Canada all you want. They're
oh you
like,
can.
hey, come here.
It's still pretty hard process. But
Yeah,
like
but not
you
the hardest.
trying to get to like America though, like
No,
it's
that's the hardest. Like, don't
crazy.
bother.
I was like, I might as well just go to Europe.
Yeah, you can. It's way easier. But like,
Did you get your British passport?
no, I have to send the documents.
I asked you last week and you said you were signing them then.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
I had
long
to come.
signature. It's a long. She's
I had
just
to come
still
home
to this
because I
day.
need mom's information.
Oh, and she's not even here.
Not her information. I need to photocopy her stuff and like her birth certificate and her marriage certificate and stuff to send.
You gonna do that today?
I should. I meant to do it when I came home on Thursday.
Should.
But I bought more books. So I bought 3 more books. They were
From
on
where?
sale. Shoppers. 25% off.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'd be down to go check out Cole's chapters.
Kohl's. We don't have Chapters here.
It's the same company.
I know, but Chapters is so much better.
But I figured people would know what chapters is over.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be like a
Indigo.
Indigo, yeah.
Yeah. But
Nothing
Chapters
as good
really
as Barnes and Noble though. That's like the best bookstore I've ever
never been in one.
Next time.
Do they have one in the Eaton Center in Toronto, or is it only America?
I don't know if there's one in Canada.
Maybe in Toronto. Like, if it's gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be Toronto.
There's so many things I want to do this summer in Toronto. Like I've been seeing so many of these different things and like I want to go so bad.
Toronto, I feel like I need to go there one more time before I turn 25.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like I need to go to out on the town.
Just go a little what? You want to go out on the town in Toronto?
Yeah.
Before you're 25,
one
just
more
'cause.
time.
Because after it's just downhill.
Yeah,
it's like
it's like I don't. I'm 25. I don't need to do that. I honestly am. I'm 24. I really don't need to do that now. But going to like see a baseball game and then go out after, like that would be really fun.
Yeah, on like a hot day.
Yeah, but you don't want it too hot because you're sitting there.
But you want it hot enough.
3 hours.
I don't want rain. I don't want wind.
Yeah, actually, so I went 3 times, and each time, beautiful. Like
for a baseball
yep.
game.
The roof was open on the Rogers Center. It
Usually
was
is.
sunny. No, but not if it's raining.
True.
Right? And they'll close it if they like suspect rain. So it was open the whole time. It wasn't too hot. It was sunny. So like
do you think someone could hit a ball to hit the roof?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Not enough momentum?
How often does a home run happen?
I'm just asking, like genuinely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
not
very.
I don't watch baseball at all.
Not very. And when it does, it's like only to like the second thingy, the second layer. I mean, unless like they like threw it up in the air and like you wouldn't even be able to like get in that position to hit it up.
True. I guess so. I don't know. Just that fascinates me. Like, do you have to sign a waiver when you go into a baseball game?
No.
Because I feel like if you're in those first two, like, what if someone like smacks that ball and it's just
but then
right
actually,
at you, bro? That's scary.
Maybe because there is that stadium in San Francisco where people like sit in kayaks and wait for balls.
There is a Bob's Burger episode about that.
It's in everything. If it takes place in San Francisco, you're gonna hear about it. I learned that from Fuller House.
Maybe. I know Bob's Burger is like a fake city, but there's a whole episode on like Bob going out on the water and waiting for a home run ball.
So maybe I just completely lied to your face about them not being able to hit it. I don't know like what the stadiums compare to in size and height and
that's true.
Everything.
I don't know how they gauge the sizes of those things. Like the distance from where people can sit and not be harmed.
Oh, it's probably standard
compared to like
they also have nets too.
Yeah.
Like it probably happened one too many times and then they're like, we don't want to rebuild a whole new thing, so let's just throw some nets up.
Oh boy, we bumped another noggin.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yikes. Because like even like I don't want to be wrong.
You probably
foul balls.
Is that when it goes behind?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Like You are pretty close if you're right there. Like if
Look,
you're sitting right behind home
yeah.
base.
So low key, the only reason I want to say that is from the Wii. The Wii Sports.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally it.
Yeah.
That's, basically, the extent of my knowledge of baseball comes from Wii Sports.
They're actually fun.
I
Like
love
to
that
go
game.
to no. Yeah. Real baseball games.
I've only been to one.
I hate watching it on TV. I refuse to watch it. Oh my god, was on the road one time.
No way.
I was in the back of a car. I was driving home from Windsor, and the person driving was listening to a baseball game on AM radio.
AM?
AM.
Do people even
It
listen to
was the
AM?
worst 2 hours of my life. I was like, can we stop off at a city somewhere, a little town, so I can buy headphones? This is awful. And that is, if you listen to AM,
AM radio.
psychotic.
That's wild.
Like, I'm surprised AM radio is even, I guess it's really big for sports if you're really big on like
I, to this
betting and
day,
stuff, but
don't know the difference. Like, I don't. I couldn't tell you.
I want to say AM is,
The morning.
yeah, I was going to say that. I think it's more live television. Like sports
But
and
FM's
like
got live stuff too.
maybe just like a stronger signal. I don't know.
But it's like,
you know the difference between AM and FM? Please let us know.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest on that one. I got nothing. It could be a simple Google, but like, where's the fun in the conversation of
Yeah.
that? People actually used to get mad. They'd be like, "Why don't you just Google it?" I'm like, I would like to have a conversation. So if you know this fact, maybe use the brain cell that is
Yeah.
holding that information and tell me the answer.
I agree.
Because it happened at work. I asked one of the producers a question, and she was just like, "Oh, you know what? Like, I actually don't know." And she was like, "Why was like your first thing to like ask instead of just like Googling whatever?" And I was just like, "Because I like conversation." Like, I
Yeah.
was like, not in a rude way. Like, it wasn't aggressive. She literally asked, and I just said, it's like, I find that like people are so full of facts and knowledge and whatever. And it's like, if we constantly keep Googling things, it's like you lose that. Like, what's the point of knowing all these things if you're never going to share it?
But also, like,
I don't know.
why would I take my phone out, unlock it, go to Safari, go to Google,
Yeah.
and type in the question when you're right here?
Yeah. So, like, unless we both don't know, then it's like, okay, valid. But like, if you're here and we're talking.
Yeah. I also hate how adults Google. Like, it could be something so simple and they have to make the Google search so complicated. Like, who was the actor in Pirates of the Caribbean? Say, okay? They'll be like, Pirates of the Caribbean actor from 2008 with, like, it's,
You're absolutely
they
right. You're absolutely
word
right.
it so, I'm like, just type in your question. Like, it knows what you're talking
Like,
about.
legit, less is more in this case.
Yeah.
Less is
like,
more.
please.
Yeah.
Or
That's so funny.
what color complements white? They'll be like, white colors that go together that accent it. Like, they
that
make
don't
it just,
drown me out.
Like, it's like, oh my god. Like, just ask the question. You don't need
Ask the question.
Yeah. All these
Yeah.
examples are like not really driving what I'm trying to prove.
And you know what's great is by this one they'll know your hatred of like the whole silver car fiasco, so that'll be another one. What car color interior goes best with exterior bronze?
Yeah, like
so they know you, so it's like it's
Yeah.
okay. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure the viewers, listeners understand
yeah.
you at this point.
Or if I were to be like, what color car is most expensive on insurance? They would be like, insurance most expensive colored car. Type in the question. Just ask what color is more expensive on insurance. But they have to make it like almost prim and proper. But they don't even know how to spell half the words they're typing.
That's valid. That's
Right?
valid, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What about how dad types?
I think that's just like a small screen
Mom types like
thing.
that.
Oh, but she used to work in like a.
He's on a computer. He's got his own office.
You know what? I think he does it just to fill the dad role. I think when he's at work, he's fully typing away. He knows how to type. And then when he's here, he's just like glasses low, one finger.
He does that, I've noticed. Yeah, he puts his glasses at the
That's
tip of
very
his
good.
nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Dad.
But I think it's just a ploy.
It's all a facade.
Yeah. I think like once they pass the threshold of the house or another family member comes around, it's like, oh, I have to do these dad things now. But like at work, it's a totally different story.
I honestly kind of
Yeah, he
low-key
can type
believe it.
like 120 words a minute. That's not that a lot. That's not a lot. Like 300 words a minute.
Yeah.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, 300 words a minute. But then here it's like one word.
It's just
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, yeah. Well,
I'm telling you, we're on to you, dads.
dad's everywhere.
I think so. Well, we actually got from books to snacks to pizza to sports to radio to
One of these days we'll have a
typing.
themed podcast. It's just
And
tough.
now these little remotes,
they're microphones.
which is also very weird because I don't say remote, I say clicker. So where did remote come from? Have you been in a situation where you're like, give me the clicker, and they're like, what did you just say?
No.
Really? Do you call it a remote?
Depends on my mood. I go back and forth. I can't find the clicker. Babe, do you know where the remote is? Like, it depends on my mood.
What do you call like a gaming handpiece?
Controller.
Okay. Well, some people could call it a remote. I call it a controller.
They do not. I would love for one person to tell me who calls a controller a remote. Hand me the remote. It's game time.
Yeah, maybe like, I don't know, people that have never like played before. But like anyway, I call it a clicker.
I don't know about that one,
So
champ.
the very first time I said clicker, Kevin was like, "What are you talking about?"
I think it's a British thing. Like,
I think it is too. But like even so, Ash knows I say clicker,
Mhm.
but she calls it a remote, so
Yeah.
it definitely is a British thing. But every time I say clicker, they're just like, "What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean a clicker?" And I'm like, "Well, it's clicking, isn't it? Like clicking
you
through
click
the channels.
the button. Yeah.
Thank you. Like, what is a remote?"
plus, sometimes you get a really noisy one, and then it really is a clicker because it sounds clicky.
Well, they used to be clicky back in the day, so I
Mhm.
can see where it came from. And then somebody was like, "Oh, remote is more sophisticated," and I'm like, "Well, I'll stick with clicker. Thank you." Where's the clicker?
True.
The more you say it, the more it sounds weird in your head.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say we have to stop saying it though, because now it's gonna be like, I do that all the time with words. What you were gonna say was that now you have the microphone.
Oh, okay. Now that I have the, I say clicker.
No. Now that I have the clicker.
Now that we have the microphone,
yes,
we could do an on the road.
Yep.
Podcast.
Yes.
Which would be so fun.
Yes.
And you said you would never clip it to your shirt, and you could clip it to your shirt and talk. Huh. How about that?
I said I'd never, but I don't know. It just feels weird.
Well, like it doesn't have to be up towards your mouth. It can just be like by your
No, I
neck.
know.
And it keeps the same thing, right?
Yeah. If anything, I'm a little lower, maybe like lower voice wise, but it's just so weird. Like it's just a weird feeling.
But then you'd be playing it. You'd have nothing to do with your hands, and that's a problem for me because obviously I have to. Do
You can
something with
drive.
my hands. Yeah, but then I can't pay attention. Like, do you want me to pay attention or do you want me to drive? I can't.
Who's gonna drive?
I can't
I'll
be.
drive,
Yeah,
I'll
I
drive,
can't
I'll
be funny and driving at the same time.
Well, see, I don't have to try to be funny, so we're good.
Oh yeah, see, I do.
I
get it. It comes naturally.
Jokes.
But anyway, with these little new microphones, we are gonna have to figure out if we do ever have a guest.
One day, maybe. Who knows at this point? I'm giving up. We should have our friend on soon.
What are we gonna do about the microphones? Share.
Yeah, exactly. Just like pass it.
How do you feel?
And your opinion?
Yeah, like the mini microphone.
That's actually so funny because
This. And how do you feel about that? Like a reporter.
It's funny because like it really is like a tiny little like.
I know.
You know, so it's like a
I'm gonna
big
show.
one. You're just like, hello.
Look how cute that is. Don't mind my nail, it broke. So leave me alone.
Did you bring the nail kit back?
I did. Because I said I would. Because I'm a good human being. And I stay true.
Well, you know what? Fine.
I don't lie.
Nope. There's going to be an episode tomorrow.
Nope. You're right. Don't.
I wasn't saying anything. We're pretty good friends. Like, I know that. I
Okay.
know you.
Tara sent me a.
What?
That was very aggressive. I'm so sorry. Tara sent me a TikTok the other day, and it was like, growing up the first 12 years of your life, you do nothing but fight, and then you wake up one day and be like, this guy's all right.
Yeah, this guy's
This
okay.
guy's actually okay. And
And-
that's literally what happened, because I don't remember. This also got me one day.
Oh boy.
The last time you do something and you don't know it's the last time. Like, there was a time where we were playing Barbies and we put them away in the box and we never opened up that box again.
That's really depressing.
I know.
Why would you bring that up?
It was like 2 a.m. and I was on TikTok, and it was
that
like,
explains it.
yeah, it was like depressing hour. But it was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. And then it was saying how one time you know those plastic princess shoes
Yes.
that hurt, but you want to wear them anyway?
To go with your princess dress.
Yeah, exactly. You took them off one time and never put them back on. I know.
I have goosebumps and I think I might cry.
Yeah, I know.
Stop.
And it's so sad because, like, there's so many things where it was like, why did I ever, like, I wish I would have said goodbye. I wish I knew that it was going to be the last time.
You think that might have made it worse, saying goodbye?
No, because then I would have been like, oh, I already said goodbye, throw it out. Like, I wouldn't need the Barbies and the plastic shoes that we have downstairs and the toe pins.
I'm literally crying right now. Like, my eyes
Like,
are
it's
watering
so
because it's like, it's actually tragic
sad.
to think about because, like, dang,
Yeah.
Selena, like, and because there's such a different age gap between all three of us too,
Mhm.
it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, there was a time where Ainsley decided that, like,
She didn't want to play with us
she
anymore.
wasn't going to play those anymore.
And then me with you didn't want to play with me anymore, so I just gave up. I was like, I'm not going to play by myself.
You just gave
So
up.
while you might have been 12 stepping out of
Can
those
you
princess shoes, I was
stop?
7, and you made me step out of those princess
I
shoes.
didn't make you do shit. No,
No more
like,
Barbies.
no one made anybody do anything. It's just
No.
it's just one of those things where, like, damn, like, yeah, there was a time where we played Barbies for the last time.
Mm-hmm. Or horses, like the toy horses that
Yep,
we have.
we reenacted The Lion King
Multiple times.
for the last time.
Yeah. I think it was the time I
Like-
bit your back. I think that was the last time we played Lion King.
Yeah, I don't even know why. She drew blood.
Yeah, I
Like,
really did.
what?
While we were playing Lion
Like,
King.
yeah, but no, like, that's so
You were
weird.
pissing me off.
For the record, she
You were
didn't
making me
even
very
bite
mad.
me on a place that, like,
Yeah.
you, like, your mouth would fit. Like, we're talking, like, this flat part of your back right here. Like,
The shoulder blade.
she bit me. Like, you
were
feral
like,
child.
You would have been wearing a shirt too, which makes it even worse. Like, what? I was like 5.
There was a time we played Mario Kart Double Dash
And never
and never played it again.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. When was the last time we haven't played that in years? I have the GameCube.
The Double Dash, yes.
The
But,
Double
like,
Dash.
we do play Mario Kart every so often. Like, holiday time, sometimes we'll pick it up, whatever. Like, it's not
Yeah,
like
but,
a
like-
last time where, like, you never will put one of those things on again. Like, I'm not going to say I'm not going to slip my foot into a plastic shoe, but
That'll
I
happen.
probably will.
That'll happen.
My best friend has a little girl, so once she gets plastic shoes, so I might,
Yeah,
put my foot.
You know
try and
what?
put my foot in
That
one.
makes sense because, yeah, our nieces aren't really like princess people. They're not really like big on like princesses.
Mm-mm. They were at one point, but they
But-
never bought like
But
the
they
princess
never,
dresses.
like they never went out of their way. They're more sporty, like
Yeah.
very like
athletic.
no, they're very naturey. Like they would prefer to just like
Yeah, go play outside
yeah,
and not have to like ruin
Worry.
a pretty princess dress.
yeah.
Where like we had everything.
I don't remember actually owning the plastic shoes, but
I know Julia did, our cousin.
yeah,
She had a big box of
princess.
See,
stuff.
we played dress up at her house one time, and then we just never went back to the house again. We used to have cousin night every single Friday, so there was
That's
three,
tragic.
3 sets of cousins that always got together. The ones
They're
that
the
we
ones
went on,
for the trips.
trips with, and we would always get together every Friday. We'd rotate adult houses, and then one time, just none of the kids went.
Yeah, I guess at some point we never said bye, and now everybody's got families.
Mhm. Like the older ones, they kind of
married.
like I don't really remember them coming a lot because the age gap is so big. But like one time it was like you never came, you stopped coming, and then it was just like me, Julia, Robert, Nick, and then Nick stopped coming, and then I stopped going, and it was just the end of cousin night, I guess.
Now I'm just gonna be sad the rest of the day, so thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's my 2 a.m. TikTok finds.
That's
How did
actually
they
so
even?
tragic. The last time you ever played, like, we put those Barbies away and never opened them again.
Yeah, yeah.
My heart is ripping apart right now. Like, I think we should end it because I'm gonna
Yeah,
cry.
I know it's
Like
sad, and like I
actually, like
didn't mean to change the podcast into a depressing mood. But I forget how we were even talking about it.
we weren't. You just brought it up.
Oh. You said something that made me think about it.
No, we brought up the fact that, like, one day you wake up with your sibling and you're like, what?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, this
But it did
guy's pretty good.
happen.
Like, yeah, but that's so sad. Yeah, it's true. We like fought all the time, and then one
I
day
think
you
you
just
moved
woke
out.
up and it's like fine.
I think you moved out. I think you went to college.
Yeah, that checks out.
And then when you would come home, it was just like, okay. Or like we would go up visit you and go out for dinner, and it was just like, all right, well, we can't fight in public, so I guess we're just gonna drop the fighting facade.
Yeah, guess we can't fight. That's not even true though. There are people that like fighting in public, making scenes.
Yeah, but did you really want to have to deal with mom or dad yelling at you
My
in public?
anxiety's
Like,
too
no,
high
I don't want
to
to be
cause a
embarrassed.
scene.
Exactly. So basically, you moved out, is what happened.
It all gets better when you move out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
No, that's funny. That's funny.
Well,
What? I'm making sure we're still connected. We are. We're good. Imagine if we weren't connected to the microphones that whole time.
I'd die.
I'd probably still cry over the Barbie thing.
Probably. I would. I did a little. I shed a tear. It was just like very like it gave like so many examples. It was like you never dressed your Polly Pockets again. Like you never like struggled with getting
You're
a
still going.
rubber
That's
skirt
crazy.
up the doll's hips.
That, yeah. Like,
I know. It's very sad. It was like I do that. You asked me if I wish I knew. I do wish I knew because then like I wouldn't be as attached to them. That's probably why people get it. I'm onto something. That is probably why people get so attached and so sentimental to things because when they open it, it was like you never had that final goodbye and you never got like played with it that one last time.
so
And
it's like
knowing it was
everything
your last
washes
time.
back over you when you see it again. And
It's
you're
like, oh, like I could potentially play with this again. After this, we're gonna go downstairs and open up the bin of Barbies. I think we got rid of all of them except for the special edition ones that we weren't
well, because
allowed
they're
to
all
open.
separated now. So, like, you have your boxes, Ainsley has
Yeah.
her boxes.
But like still, even all the stuffed animals, like they're down there. I know they are. But the moment I open up the bin and see like one of my stuffed animals from when I was 6, I'm like, oh, I'll bring them to lay in my bed for another month before they go back into the bin.
Yeah. Because there's just, I think boysenberry's in a bin right now, but because of the moving and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, one of the slides. This might not get to you, but it got to me. You went on your last adventure with Steve.
Oh, okay, yeah. That actually does get me because when he made that coming back video about, hey, sorry I left.
Oh,
And sorry things got hard, but I'm here for you. And like, he's like, I understand that, like,
chills.
I left and I didn't necessarily get to say goodbye. For the record, this is Steve from Blue's Clues.
Yeah. And if you didn't know, then you're too young.
And yeah, if you don't know, then you were too young. If you know, then you know. And if you knew but didn't know he made a video recently, I highly recommend looking up.
It's like a year or two ago, right?
Yeah, like
Over
it's
COVID or
fairly
something.
new. I highly recommend you looking it up.
Bought
Like
my eyes out.
Steve from Blue's Clues, because he made like this video just makes you cry
Because he didn't say goodbye because they just changed the actor.
Yeah, he never
And
got to
his
say
name was still
goodbye,
Steve.
and he went out on his
Or was it
adventures.
his cousin?
I think it's his cousin. I think they're all like
Cousins.
yeah.
Yes, but anyway, it was like the last time you had an adventure with Steve, and I loved Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues was my life.
Every time I eat a chocolate coin, all I think
Oh,
is Blue's
yes.
Clues.
Like that's the best
It's
episode.
chocolate.
Okay.
It's a movie. That was the movie.
Yeah, but we had it on VHS, and I would watch it every single day.
Orange VHS tapes.
Yeah, we have 3 of them.
Changing the world.
That's the best one.
Well, not anymore.
What do you mean?
Mom got rid of all the VHSs.
No, they're downstairs.
Nope.
Yes, they are.
Nope.
Yeah. I saved them. They're in my box.
Well, they better be.
Yeah, they are. Don't worry. I would never get rid of those. Also, how do you get rid of all the VHSs? Like, aren't they home family videos? Like,
She just got rid of them.
Nice. Racing the family. Never existed. Anyway, that's the best one. And he slides down the rainbow after going through the door, and he lands in
The
a pot
pot
of
of gold.
gold. And he's like, gold. And then he opens it
He's
up.
like, wait a minute.
It's chocolate. And then he bites it. So every time we have gold coins, I like open it like he does.
Because there's a picture on the inside of that.
Yes.
Chocolate.
And it's of a lady on a swing, I think.
Because it's another clue.
Mm-hmm. And she's eating porridge.
Low key, I kind of want to watch it.
Well, it's downstairs.
We don't
Do you
have
remember
VHS
the
player.
Barney VHSs? They were
Yes,
white with purple
the
dots.
rainbow egg. You remember that one?
Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales.
Do you remember Dragon Tales?
Yes.
That was a good show. It
There's
wasn't
so
on
many good
often.
No. But
It
when
was
it
like-
was on, you stopped everything you were doing and
Yeah, it
watched
doesn't
it.
matter. Like I would like when I
Dragon
figured out
Tales,
how to use a
Dragon
clicker,
Tales.
I would like go on. Was it Treehouse?
Mhm.
I would go on Treehouse and go as far as I could to see if Dragon Tales was on.
I remember really, 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 really late night Fridays. Like this was cousin nights on Treehouse at like around 1 a.m. Ants in Your Pants would come on. Do you remember that? It was all just like kids, but like music videos.
Did the boy in the tomato hat.
The Boy in the Tomato Hat. I was just gonna friggin' mention that. I was like, I wonder where he is now. Because like that guy was just a straight up vibe. He was just singing about his tomato hat.
Yeah, he was. But there was a lot of things that I knew when they came on. I was up way too late because Mom used to put a timer on our TVs in our bedroom. And when I knew it was quiet, I would wake up and turn the TV back on. Shush. Please.
I think it's time someone gets some food.
Yeah, well, we're almost done this episode anyway. It wasn't recording the whole time. It was. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna have a heart attack. I was like, what do you mean?
No, we're at an hour anyway. So, but I have one more thing to say. And it is when I knew it was too late, was Toy Castle.
What do you mean? Oh, too late.
Toy
Yeah,
Castle
Toy Castle.
came on at like 11, and I was like,
Ballerina and Soldier for Life. Just saying.
they were the first it couple.
They were the it couple, and they, as far as I know, they still are.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna look them up. I know they got married.
They're like married, have a family. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of little ballerina babies.
Robbie's at the front door.
Oh.
Our neighbor's cat is an outdoor cat. Well, she comes and goes as she
comes and goes.
pleases, but
That's
she's
why
at
he's-
our front door,
That's
so
why he's yapping.
there might be a little ruckus soon. We're ending this one anyway, but maybe we'll start the next one off where this one finishes and continue to reminisce about old TV shows.
We could. I think we definitely at some point we will have one themed. Because
You also didn't label the one that you said you were going to.
What do you mean?
Live, Laugh, Coffee. You labeled it something else.
Yeah.
And we said in the video that you were going to call it Live, Laugh, Coffee.
I don't even know which one it is. Is it the D&D one?
Yeah.
I can rename it.
Yeah.
Attitude.
Anyway, okay, so this one was. I'm not
Listen.
gonna say all over the map because we have train of thoughts. Like this is my thing. Is I could have gone. I could have gone from our very first conversation to this conversation right now in my head and just said the first thing and then sat quiet and then said this like about the TV shows.
This podcast is about letting the impulsive thoughts win. If you have a thought, just say it and see where it takes you.
And maybe the next episode we can finally read through some more Discord
I'm a wanderer.
comments.
I mean,
because,
you can.
Well, yeah. But like a lot of people have been using it, which is nice. It gives us a good buffer to think about things when we're not just flying off the handle on random topics. I think it's time to go. Anyway, but maybe because I could go on about kids shows forever and nostalgia ones. And now that they've changed the animation on it, I hate it. They changed the Franklin.
Yes. Yup. I knew it.
Excuse
Yeah.
me?
3D.
Why?
He looks silly. Like,
Like-
just make it 2D.
Yeah,
'Cause,
and
like,
it's easier.
no, it's not. But it's
Oh.
so. It's just so classic, and it just looks better. It just
Yeah.
overall looks.
It
better.
looks like crap
Bob
now.
the Builder is now 3D. Well, like more 3D than his clay. Like he was clayish,
Yeah.
but now he's like.
Bob the
Bob-
Builder at
Bob's
one
weird.
point was 2D. Mighty Machines. We're gonna end this before I really get into it because I could talk another hour and we can't make a 2-hour podcast.
Not yet. Not yet. We got to get on our weekly.
And it has
Uploads.
been. We've posted 3 in a row. 2 in a row.
2. No.
3.
No.
Two.
2.
2 in a row.
Which we've done before.
by
I'm gonna
accident.
post it tomorrow.
And then I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
post it.
okay.
Like I'm gonna post it.
Okay. Well, hopefully
Wait, by the time this one comes out.
by the time this one comes out, I think
4?
we'll have like
3.
5 in a row.
No, it won't be that much yet.
We have 2 more to post tomorrow, weekend after. The 2 we filmed last time. Everybody at this point knows that we film multiple in one day because we mess up way too often. I said it was like a Wednesday the last time we filmed.
That, but also like you guys understand that we have to make do with what we have because she's out of town.
Yeah. But it's never like upsetting. Like they're good episodes every time. Except for the one I was really tired in.
Which still ended up being like 60 minutes.
Yeah. I know, learned my lesson. I will never be hungover to film ever again. That was my mistake. So, but anyway, we'll end this one here. We'll pick up where we left off. That's why it'll be an easy remembrance anyway, because we just told you our biggest secret, even though you all knew anyway. And then by the time this one comes out, we'll have like 4 in a row anyway.
Heck
You
yeah.
can listen to it only 7 days
Eventually
later.
we'll have a guest on, but make no promises.
We might have to resort to our parents.
Well, we were supposed to have Mom on for Mother's Day. It was going to be St. Patty's Day, but then she went on a vacation.
Even though we have the St. Patty's Day already one filmed.
Well, yeah.
It's not themed, but
yes.
yes.
Like, that
it's
was
projected to upload. But yeah, anyway, maybe we'll have, I don't even know what Dad would talk about.
Nothing. Sports. Not even sports, just racing.
Cars.
Yeah.
Not even racing, just cars. You do a whole episode of him showing us his car.
Yeah, we could do a live like episode of like
I think
the
so he's part of this.
We have to
Okay, last quick little bit and then I will sign off and then I'll put this microphone
Espresso
down.
Cafe, not Coffee Cafe.
Yeah, I know. You should have just edited that out instead of embarrassing me. Anyway,
I like my edit.
Mom and Dad are part of this cars and coffee thing. And we could go and look at all the cars and it could be one of our on the road podcasts.
Yeah, we could do a car show podcast.
And like ask people if we see a cool car, like, hey, tell us about it. Do you mind being on the internet? Right? But
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you have more questions, we do have a Discord. That's what we're going to be doing next time because we do have to get through a couple of
topics you guys have requested.
Definitely. I will say Espresso Chateau this time, signing off instead of Coffee Chateau because that's not the name of the podcast. So hopefully you enjoyed our little mics. I know I did. Just the whole time I was just thinking of little mics.
Yep.
And we will see you next week then.
Thank you so much for watching and we appreciate you being here and tuning in.
Bye.